Amethyst is one of the most recognizable and beloved crystals in the world. Yet its appeal extends far beyond its distinctive purple color. If selenite expresses light-becoming structure and ruby speaks the language of endurance and focused vitality, amethyst occupies a different space entirely. Its visual and symbolic character is rooted in stillness, depth, transformation, and perspective. Geologically, amethyst is the purple variety of quartz, a mineral composed of silicon dioxide, SiO2. Quartz is one of the most abundant minerals on Earth, but the conditions required to create deep, transparent purple amethyst are far more specific. The color develops when trace amounts of iron become incorporated into the crystal during growth and are later altered by natural radiation over geological time. Together, these processes create the violet coloration for which amethyst is famous. This means that amethyst's color is not simply pigment trapped within stone, it is the visible result of subtle structural changes occurring within the crystal itself. In a sense, the purple color is a record of transformation written directly into the mineral. That theme of gradual transformation appears repeatedly throughout the story of amethyst, from the way it forms to the meanings people have attached to it for thousands of years. Amethyst most commonly forms within cavities inside volcanic rock. As mineral-rich fluids circulate through fractures and open spaces, quartz crystals gradually grow inward from the cavity walls. Over immense spans of time, these cavities can become lined with thousands of crystals, creating the spectacular geodes and cathedral formations that have made amethyst famous around the world. Some of the largest and most impressive examples come from Brazil and Uruguay, where cathedral geodes large enough to stand inside have been discovered. Other important sources include Zambia, Madagascar, Russia, Bolivia, South Korea, Mexico, Canada, and the United States. One of the fascinating characteristics of amethyst is that its color is rarely distributed perfectly evenly. Many crystals display zoning, with darker and lighter purple regions occurring within the same specimen. Under light, these variations can create remarkable depth, producing internal landscapes that seem to shift and unfold as the crystal is viewed from different angles. Amethyst also occupies an unusual place in human history. Today it is widely available, but that was not always the case. Before major South American deposits became known, amethyst was considered one of the most valuable gemstones in the world and was often grouped alongside ruby, sapphire, and emerald. It appeared in royal collections, religious artifacts, ceremonial regalia, and the personal treasures of the wealthy. Its name comes from the Greek word amethystos, meaning not intoxicated. Ancient Greeks and Romans believed the stone could protect against drunkenness and impaired judgment. Wine vessels were sometimes carved from amethyst, and the crystal became associated with sobriety, moderation, clear thinking, and self-control. Whether the stone truly influenced the effects of wine is another matter, but the symbolism endured. Over time, amethyst became associated with wisdom, contemplation, discernment, and the ability to maintain perspective during emotionally charged situations. Across cultures, it developed a reputation as a stone connected to reflection rather than reaction. Visually, amethyst occupies a unique middle ground. It is neither fiery nor diffuse. Instead, it often feels deep. Light enters the crystal, travels through layers of violet color, reflects from internal planes, and returns carrying a sense of depth that can feel almost atmospheric. This is one reason amethyst geodes are so captivating. Many resemble miniature caves, distant mountain ranges, twilight skies, or entire crystalline worlds contained within stone. Metaphysically, amethyst is commonly associated with clarity, intuition, reflection, emotional balance, perspective, spiritual development, and calm awareness. Rather than symbolizing action or intensity, it is often understood as a stone of observation. It encourages stepping back rather than pushing forward, seeing clearly rather than acting quickly, and understanding before reacting. That symbolism aligns remarkably well with the mineral itself. Amethyst forms slowly. Its color emerges through gradual structural change. Its beauty comes from depth rather than brightness. Its presence tends to feel contemplative rather than forceful. The world of amethyst becomes even more fascinating when its varieties are considered. Chevron amethyst forms when layers of amethyst and white quartz grow together in alternating bands, producing distinctive zigzag patterns that resemble mountains, waves, feathers, or geometric arrows. These striking formations naturally evoke themes of pattern recognition, structure, and the emergence of order from complexity. Brandberg amethyst, found primarily in Namibia, is among the most prized collector varieties. These crystals often combine amethyst, smoky quartz, and clear quartz within the same specimen and may contain phantoms, anhydrous, inclusions, and dramatic color transitions. Many appear less like crystals and more like entire worlds suspended within transparent stone. Vera Cruz amethyst from Mexico is known for its remarkable clarity, elongated crystal growth, and delicate coloration. Unlike darker varieties, Vera Cruz specimens often appear almost ethereal, as though they are made from violet light rather than mineral matter. Rose de France amethyst represents one of the softest expressions of the mineral. Known for its pale lavender coloration and delicate appearance, it often feels airy, subtle, and understated compared to deeper purple varieties. Uruguayan amethyst represents the opposite end of the spectrum. These crystals are celebrated for their exceptionally deep purple color, dramatic saturation, and striking cathedral geodes. Their visual character is defined by depth, richness, and intensity. Brazilian amethyst is often lighter in color and more lavender in tone. It is also responsible for many of the enormous geodes that have become iconic within the crystal world. Cactus amethyst, also known as spirit quartz, develops when a central crystal becomes covered by thousands of smaller crystals. The resulting specimens resemble frost, coral, or fields of sparkling lavender growth and are especially striking under macro photography. Phantom amethyst may be one of the most visually fascinating varieties of all. These crystals contain visible earlier growth stages preserved inside later crystal development. The result is a mineral that visibly records its own history, with crystal shapes suspended inside, crystal shapes like geological memories, frozen in time. Taken together, these varieties reveal something important about amethyst. While all belong to the same mineral family, each expresses depth, transformation, pattern, and perspective in a different way. Some emphasize structure, others emphasize memory. Some reveal hidden histories, while others create entire landscapes within crystal. For this reason, amethyst's visual language is perhaps best described as depth becoming visible. Where selenite expresses light becoming structure and ruby expresses endurance and focused vitality, amethyst speaks the language of perspective emerging from depth. Its beauty is not rooted in brightness alone. It is rooted in layers, subtlety, memory, transformation, and the remarkable ability to reveal more the longer one looks. In that sense, amethyst does not simply display depth, it teaches us how to see it.